You open your eyes in the morning and try to get out of bed, but before your feet even touch the floor, you feel that your joints are locked up, stiff, aching. Your knees protest, your fingers feel rusty, and every movement takes effort it simply shouldn't require. You wonder, why do my mornings have to start like this? If this sounds familiar, you need to know something important. You're far from alone. Over 70% of people past 60 deal with morning joint stiffness, and most believe it's just a normal part of getting older, something inevitable they must accept. But what if there was a simple, natural, scientifically proven solution that could completely change your mornings? We're talking about just one spoonful. A single spoonful of an ingredient, probably sitting in your kitchen cupboard right this moment. This ingredient has the power to quickly and naturally reduce inflammation in your joints, bringing back the mobility you thought was gone forever. This isn't a miracle cure or an empty promise. It's pure science translated into a simple action you can start tomorrow morning. That stiffness you feel when you wake up isn't just temporary discomfort. It's a clear signal that your joints are inflamed and crying out for help. And when we ignore that signal, the problem only gets worse over time. But here's the good news. Your body has an incredible ability to heal itself when you give it the right tools. Thousands of people have already experienced the transformation I'm about to share with you. They wake up without pain, move with ease, and have reclaimed the freedom to do simple everyday things without suffering. And it all started with this one spoonful I'm about to reveal. Before we continue, if you want to receive more information about taking care of your health naturally and scientifically, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss any solutions that could transform your quality of life. Now you're probably wondering, what is this miracle ingredient? It's closer than you think. In fact, it's in most American kitchens right now. But there's a secret about how to use this ingredient that most people are completely unaware of. And it's precisely this secret that makes all the difference between continuing to suffer or finally getting relief. To understand how to solve this problem, you need to know exactly what happens to your joints while you sleep, and the explanation is simpler than you might think. Think of your joints like hinges on a door. For them to work smoothly, they need constant lubrication. In your body, this lubrication comes from a special fluid called synovial fluid. It sits between your bones, working as a cushion that allows smooth, friction-free movement. During the night, while you're lying still in bed for 6, 7, or 8 hours, production of this fluid decreases dramatically. Your joints literally become less lubricated. It's like those door hinges going dry. When you try to get up in the morning, movements feel stuck, stiff, and painful. But there's something even more important happening. After age 60, our bodies develop what scientists call low-grade chronic inflammation. It's a silent inflammation you don't clearly notice day to day, but it's always there, slowly attacking your joints. This inflammation works like a fire that never completely goes out. It erodes cartilage, interferes with synovial fluid production, and makes your joints increasingly sensitive. And in the morning, after hours without movement, this inflammatory process becomes even more obvious. Many people believe this morning stiffness is just natural aging, but it's not. It's active inflammation that can and should be treated. The difference between waking up with pain and waking up with mobility lies in fighting this inflammation intelligently and naturally. Your body isn't broken. It's just inflamed and needs the right nutrients to recover. And here's the exciting part. Science has already discovered specific natural compounds that can reverse this inflammatory process with surprising effectiveness. The ingredient I'm talking about is turmeric, that vibrant yellow powder many people have in their spice rack but rarely use correctly. And when I say it's powerful for your joints, I'm not exaggerating one bit. Turmeric has been used for over 4,000 years in traditional Indian medicine to treat inflammation of all kinds, but you don't have to rely just on tradition. Modern science has confirmed what the ancients already knew. This spice is one of the most potent natural anti-inflammatories that exist. The secret lies in an active compound called curcumin. This substance acts directly on the molecules that cause inflammation in your body. It blocks inflammatory enzymes and proteins with impressive efficiency, protecting your joints from the constant attack that causes that morning stiffness. Studies published in international medical journals show incredible results. People with arthritis and joint problems who consume curcumin regularly experience significant reduction in pain and stiffness. In some cases, the improvement was comparable to using common pharmaceutical anti-inflammatories, but without the dangerous side effects like stomach problems and liver overload. Think about it this way: while synthetic drugs merely mask pain temporarily, curcumin goes straight to the root of the problem. It doesn't just relieve symptoms, it also helps regenerate damaged joint tissue. It's like putting out that inflammation fire I mentioned earlier, instead of just throwing water on top of it. Turmeric is also rich in antioxidants that fight free radicals, those molecules that accelerate aging of your cells. For anyone over 60, this means double protection, less inflammation, and less oxidative wear on the joints. But here's the problem you need to know before you rush off to take turmeric. Consuming this spice the wrong way can make you completely waste its benefits. And unfortunately, that's exactly what most people unknowingly do. There's a scientific term you need to know: bioavailability. It sounds complicated, but it's simple to understand. Bioavailability is the amount of a nutrient your body can actually absorb and use. And here's the huge problem with turmeric: it has naturally very low bioavailability. When you simply put a spoonful of turmeric in a glass of water and drink it, your body can only absorb about 5% of the curcumin present there. The other 95% passes straight through your digestive system and gets eliminated without doing absolutely anything for your joints. It's like throwing money in the trash. This happens because curcumin is a substance that doesn't dissolve well in water. It's also metabolized and eliminated very quickly by the liver and intestines. Before it even reaches your bloodstream in sufficient quantity to fight inflammation, it's already been discarded by your body. That's why so many people say they tried turmeric and felt no difference at all. It's not that turmeric doesn't work. The problem is it isn't being absorbed. It's like having a powerful medicine but only taking 5% of the necessary dose. It simply won't have an effect. For decades, researchers around the world tried to solve this problem. How do you get curcumin to arrive where it needs to go? How do you increase that miserable 5% absorption to something truly effective? The answer came from studies analyzing how different substances interact with each other in our bodies, and scientists discovered something revolutionary. There's a natural compound found in a common spice that, when combined with turmeric, increases its absorption in an extraordinary way. We're not talking about a 10 or 20% increase. We're talking about an increase of up to 2,000% in bioavailability. That means that spoonful of turmeric that previously only delivered 5% of benefits can now deliver nearly 100% when combined correctly. It's the difference between wasting your time and actually seeing your joints improve. This partner ingredient is in your kitchen right now, and the combination between the two is so powerful it's become the subject of hundreds of scientific studies around the world. The ingredient that transforms turmeric into a powerful weapon against joint inflammation is black pepper. Yes, that common black pepper you use to season food. But the magic isn't in the spicy taste, it's in a compound called piperine. Piperine is the substance that gives black pepper its characteristic kick. But what scientists discovered is that it has an extraordinary ability. It inhibits liver enzymes that normally break down and eliminate curcumin before it can work in your body. When you combine turmeric with black pepper, piperine functions as a protective shield for curcumin. It allows this anti-inflammatory compound to remain in your bloodstream much longer and in much higher concentrations. Studies show this combination increases curcumin's bioavailability by up to 2,000%. Think about it, if before only 5% of curcumin was reaching your joints, now virtually all of it is available to fight inflammation. It's the difference between driving a car with the parking brake on and driving with a completely clear path. The ideal proportion is simple and easy to remember. For every teaspoon of turmeric, you add a small pinch of freshly ground black pepper. It doesn't need to be much, just enough to activate this boosting effect. And don't worry about the spicy taste, the amount is so small you'll barely notice it. But there's still a third element that completes this perfect anti-inflammatory formula: healthy fat. Curcumin is fat soluble, which means it dissolves in fat, not water. Adding a source of good fat like extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil increases absorption even more. When you bring together all three elements, turmeric, black pepper, and healthy fat, you create a powerful synergy. Each one amplifies the others, and the result is a natural balm against the inflammation attacking your joints every morning. Now you have the complete formula. But there's still one crucial detail that will determine whether you'll feel quick or slow results. The time of day you consume this combination makes all the difference. The best time to take this powerful combination is right when you wake up, still on an empty stomach. Why? Because your body is in an ideal state for absorption. During the night, your digestive system rested, and in the morning it's ready to process nutrients more efficiently. Plus, this is exactly when your joints need help the most. Inflammation is at its peak, stiffness is present, and introducing this natural anti-inflammatory right when you wake up means attacking the problem at the right moment. Let me teach you the complete protocol now, step by step. In a mug, put 1 level teaspoon of turmeric powder. Add a small pinch of freshly ground black pepper if possible. Add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil. Pour in warm but not boiling water, mix well and drink slowly. If you prefer a more pleasant taste, you can prepare what they call golden milk. Use warm plant-based milk, like almond or oat milk, instead of water. You can add a pinch of cinnamon and, if needed, a touch of honey. Plant milk already contains natural fat, so absorption will be excellent. Another option is to mix everything in a morning smoothie. Blend the turmeric, pepper, and a fat source like avocado or peanut butter with fruits and plant milk. It's delicious, and you start your day with a complete anti-inflammatory breakfast. Consistency is fundamental. It won't help to take it once and expect miracles. Drink this mixture every morning without fail. In the first 3 to 5 days, you can already start feeling a slight improvement in stiffness. In 2 weeks, the difference is usually quite noticeable. And in 30 days, many people report significant transformation in morning mobility. Now tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? And did you already know about this power of turmeric for joints? Or is this news to you? I want to hear your experience. But attention, there are foods you might be eating right after taking this mixture that completely cancel out its anti-inflammatory effects. And, unfortunately, many of them are in most people's typical breakfast. You just took your anti-inflammatory turmeric mixture. You're feeling good, confident you did something powerful for your joint health. Then you head to the kitchen and prepare breakfast. White bread with butter, coffee with sugar, maybe boxed juice. Seems harmless, but you just sabotaged all the work of the turmeric. The first hidden villain in your breakfast is refined sugar. When you add sugar to coffee, eat sweet bread, or drink industrial juice, you're throwing fuel directly on that inflammation fire. Sugar triggers a process in your body that increases production of inflammatory molecules called cytokines. It's like taking 1 step forward with turmeric and 2 steps backward with sugar. The second saboteur is white flour. French bread, sandwich bread, crackers, pastries, everything made with refined flour acts in your body very similar to pure sugar. They cause rapid insulin spikes, which in turn increase systemic inflammation. Your joints pay the price for this imbalance. Refined vegetable oils are another giant problem. Soybean, corn, sunflower oil. These oils, very common in margarines and processed products, are rich in omega-6, a type of fat that when consumed in excess promotes inflammation. And most people consume absurd amounts of these oils without even realizing it. Conventional dairy can also be villains for many people. Cow's milk, aged cheeses, and industrial yogurts contain proteins that in some people over 60 trigger inflammatory responses. Not everyone reacts badly, but if you consume dairy daily and still feel intense stiffness, it's worth testing a 2-week break to evaluate. Processed and deli meats are inflammatory bombs. Ham, hot dogs, bacon, bologna. They're loaded with preservatives, excess sodium, and low-quality saturated fats. All of this activates inflammatory processes that directly attack your joints. But there's one food many people consider healthy and put in breakfast thinking they're doing good fresh orange juice. Seems innocent, but a glass of juice has as much sugar as a soda, and without the fibers from the fruit to slow absorption. Result? Glucose spike, insulin spike, and increased inflammation. Now that you know what to avoid, let's build a breakfast that works in favor of your joints. Foods that not only fight inflammation, but potentiate the effect of the turmeric you just took. Start with berries, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. They're loaded with antioxidants called anthocyanins, which fight free radicals and reduce inflammation. A small handful already makes a difference. If they're expensive or out of season, frozen berries maintain the same benefits. Avocado is another powerful ally. Rich in monounsaturated fats and vitamin E, it not only reduces inflammation but also helps with curcumin absorption. Half an avocado mashed on a slice of real whole grain bread or added to a smoothie transforms your breakfast. Walnuts, almonds, cashews, and chia or flax seeds are excellent sources of omega-3, the anti-inflammatory fat that balances the excess omega-6 in modern diets. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in plant-based yogurt or a handful of almonds as a morning snack work wonders. Ginger is turmeric's twin brother when it comes to fighting inflammation. You can grate a small piece of fresh ginger and add it to your morning drink or prepare a tea. The combination of ginger with turmeric creates an even more potent duo against joint stiffness. Dark green vegetables deserve a place in your breakfast. Spinach, kale, or arugula in an omelet with pasture-raised eggs or blended in a green smoothie. They're rich in vitamin K and calcium, essential nutrients for bone and joint health. Build your plate like this: 1 slice of real whole grain bread or 2 boiled eggs, half an avocado, a handful of berries, 1 spoonful of seeds, and a ginger tea. Simple, tasty, and completely anti-inflammatory. When you feed your body this way, you're giving quality fuel for the regeneration process, and there's something you can do right after this breakfast that will multiply the results even more. Move your joints intelligently. If you know someone who wakes up with stiff and painful joints, share this content now. This information could change many people's lives. About 15 minutes after drinking your turmeric mixture, it's time to wake up your joints gently and strategically. Morning movement doesn't need to be intense or complicated. In fact, gentle and specific movements are exactly what your joints need to start producing that synovial fluid we talked about at the beginning. The first movement is joint rotations. Start sitting on the edge of your bed. Slowly rotate your ankles 10 times each direction. Then do the same with your wrists, then with your shoulders, making wide, smooth circles. These rotations stimulate production of lubricating fluid and bring blood rich in nutrients, including curcumin, directly to the joints. The second movement is a gentle spine stretch. Still sitting, place your hands on your knees and arch your back forward, then backward slowly. Do this 5 times. Then, gently rotate your torso to the left, then to the right, feeling the spine loosen up. This movement wakes up the entire joint chain of the spine, which often accumulates stiffness during the night. The third movement is a light walk. It can be inside your house for 5 to 10 minutes. It doesn't need to be fast, just a comfortable pace that gets your joints moving. This walk distributes synovial fluid, warms muscles, and improves circulation in all the joints of the body. The ideal sequence works like this. You wake up, drink your turmeric mixture with black pepper and good fat, wait 15 minutes while you shower or make your bed, then do the 3 joint movements. Next, prepare and eat your anti-inflammatory breakfast. This order potentiates each step. It's important to respect your limits. If any movement causes sharp pain, don't force it. Start with smaller range and gradually increase as your joints improve. The goal is to stimulate, not aggravate. There's a clear sign that this entire protocol is working and inflammation is being reversed. The time it takes you to feel loose in the morning will decrease. If today you need 30 minutes to be able to move normally, in a few weeks that drops to 15, then 10 until you wake up and are already ready for the day. Now you have in your hands a complete protocol, scientifically grounded and simple to apply. 1 spoonful of turmeric combined with black pepper and healthy fat, taken every morning on an empty stomach. Anti-inflammatory foods at breakfast. Gentle joint movements. That's what separates you from pain-free mornings with full mobility. Imagine waking up in a few weeks and not feeling that locking in your knees, being able to get out of bed without needing support, opening and closing your hands without stiffness, walking to the kitchen with light steps without that feeling of being rusty. This is the real transformation thousands of people are experiencing with this natural protocol. It's not instant magic, but intelligently applied science. In the first days, you already start feeling a difference. In 2 weeks, improvement becomes clear. In 1 month, your mornings can be completely transformed. Everything depends on your consistency and commitment to these simple changes. Your body has an incredible power to regenerate when you offer the right tools. The inflammation attacking your joints doesn't have to be your destiny. You can reverse this process starting tomorrow with ingredients already in your kitchen. Remember, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 pinch of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of olive oil or coconut oil, warm water or plant milk. Take on an empty stomach, wait 15 minutes, do your joint movements, then have an intelligent breakfast. Repeat every day without fail. The choice is in your hands. You can keep waking up with pain and stiffness, accepting this as an inevitable part of aging, or you can take a simple action that has the power to give back your freedom of movement and quality of life. If you want to keep receiving valuable information about how to live with more health, vitality, and wellness after 60, subscribe to the channel now and activate notifications. In the next video, it'll reveal another surprising food that fights chronic back pain. You won't want to miss it. Your pain-free mornings begin with today's decision. Start tomorrow. Your body will thank you.